Welcome to another Full Curl Fitness Friday where we put and keep sheep hunters on the mountain. Hi, everybody. Today we're going to start to delve into our diet topics. Last week we were talking about diet and trying to lose weight to minimize how much we're carrying around in the mountains and also loading onto aircraft for remote travel. Um, the three parts we're going to look at when it comes to diet are when to eat, what to eat, and how much. So today we're going to start talking about when. So, a couple key concepts here. One, intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, there is a ton of good research behind it. It benefits a ton of different things from metabolic health, blood sugar control, inflammation, bloating, GI health, cellular function, processes like apoptosis. We can get into the histological cellular weeds, but let's just suffice it to say there's a whole bunch of benefits to it, and it's a reasonable thing to do. That being said, there are different ways to fast. Some of them involve long periods of fasting. My recommendation is to keep things simple. So I like periodic, episodic fasting, where we have a calorie window. And there was actually a really good meta analysis by the New England Journal of Medicine that looked at intermittent fasting. And what they suggested is a 6 to 8 hour calorie window per day. So, for example, you would eat and drink all of your calories for the day during that 6 to 8 hour window, and then have an abstinence of calories, either eaten or drunk, for the next 16 to 18 hours. So, just to put some flesh on the bones, the only other stipulation I tend to put on with patients when we're talking about intermittent fasting is not eating within 3 hours of bedtime. Again, something with tons and tons of research behind it. Really not good for digestive health, inflammation, swelling, bloating, disrupts your sleep, drinking and eating calories within 3 hours of bedtime. So when I talk with patients about intermittent fasting, what I say is, let's say if you go to bed at 10 p.m., try and stop eating no later than 7 p.m. That gives you your 3 hour buffer before bedtime. And let's make life easy. Instead of doing a 6 hour calorie window, let's make it the 8. So if we stop eating at 7, that means we start at 11 a.m. We're done with our 8 hour window by 7 p.m. We abstain from calories until 11 a.m. the next day, rinse and repeat. Now, that being said, you can always shift it earlier. So, for example, instead of doing 11 to 7 in our hypothetical example, we could do 10 to 6 or 9 to 5 or whatever. All of those would be acceptable. Again, our parameters are 8 hour window. Try and be consistent every day. Don't have that 8 hours swing wildly from day to day. Do it way more days than not. If you break it every once in a while, no big deal. And again, try and finish the calorie window at least 3 hours before bedtime, if not earlier. So that's something to think about. It can really help improve your metabolic health, help you with inflammation and swelling, help you lose weight, and just basically be healthier. So it's also an easier recommendation because we're not telling you what to eat or how much. We're just saying whatever it is, put it between this time and that time. Just to be clear, things that are not counted are things like coffee and tea and water and carbonated beverages, as long as they don't have calories. So if you're drinking black coffee, straight tea, you can have those outside of the calorie window. That's no big deal. Anyway, thank you. And if you find value in what I'm doing, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good day.